Good morning. I'll talk about the cerebrospinal fluid mechanisms of production, composition, circulation, changes in diseases, ch- changes in diseases, composition of the nervous system, and lumbar function. Next. Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear fluid that surrounds the brain and spinal cord. It cushions the brain and spinal cord from injury and also serves as nutrient delivery and waste removal system for the brain. Next. Mechanism of production. Most of the cerebrospinal fluid is produced by the choroid plexus. The choroid plexus is a network of blood vessels present within sections of four ventricles of the brain. It is present throughout the ventricular system except for the cerebroaqueduct and the frontal and occipital horns of the lateral ventricles. CSF is also produced by the single layer of column-shaped ependymal cells which line the ventricles by lining surrounded the supraarachnoid space and a small amount directly from the tiny spaces surrounding blood vessels around the brain. Composition. CSF is derived from blood plasma and is largely similar to it, except that CSF is nearly protein-free to, compared with plasma and has some different electrolyte levels. Due to the way it is produced, CSF has a higher chloride level than plasma and an equivalent sodium level. CSF contains approximately 0.3 plasma proteins or approximately 15 to 40 milligram per dl depending on sampling site. Next. Circulation. There's about 125 to 150 milliliters of cerebrospinal fluid at any time. This cerebrospinal fluid circulates within the ventricular system of the brain. The ventricles are a series of cavities filled with CSF. The majority of CSF is produced from within two lateral ventricles. From here, CSF passes through the interventricular foramina to the third ventricle, then cerebral aqueduct to the fourth ventricle. From the fourth ventricle, the fluid passes into the supraarachnoid space through the four openings: the central canal of the spinal cord, the median aperture, and the two lateral apertures. Diseases of the nervous system. Disorders of the nervous system involve the following: vascular disorders such as stroke, transient ischemic attack, subarachnoid hemorrhage, subdural hemorrhage, and hematoma. And extradural hemorrhage, infections such as meningitis, encephalitis, polio, and epidural abscess. Structural disorders such as brain or spinal cord injury, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, carpal syndrome, brain or spinal cord tumors, peripheral neuropathy, and Guillain-Barré syndrome. Functional, functional disorders such as headache, epilepsy, dizziness, and neuralgia. Degeneration such as Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Huntington chorea, and Alzheimer's disease. Lumbar puncture. Lumbar puncture is also known as spinal tap. It is a medical procedure in which a needle is inserted into the spinal canal, most commonly to collect cerebrospinal fluid for diagnostic testing. The main reason lumbar puncture The main reason for lumbar puncture is to help diagnose a disease of the central nervous system, including the brain and the spine. Thank you.